We're going to talk about correct or right speech. Now, the use of the word correct or right implies that there is right and wrong, correct and incorrect. But I think real life is actually more nuanced than that. It's not just black and white. So I prefer to think of correct speech as using our words in a way that promotes harmony and happiness, reducing harm or suffering for ourselves and others. Now, according to the text, correct or right speech is abstinence from false speech, malicious speech, harsh speech, and idle chatter. So how does this translate into modern life? I think what it means is to try to avoid using words that will bring harm to others. Sexist, racist, hate, fake speech, speech that incites acts of violence or harm. So, Phil Jackson, a famous basketball coach of the Chicago Bulls, said it very simply: don't be hating. This guide to correct speech tells us what not to do, which is one half of the equation. But then, what kind of speech do we use when we're confronted with a difficult or challenging situation? Let's say you get in a huge argument with a coworker about something. What is correct speech then? I think one approach is to try to put yourself into the other person's shoes. How would you like to be spoken in that situation? Loudly and harshly? Or would you like to be spoken to with calm and with empathy? So imagining yourself in the other person's situation can be a really useful guide to speaking in a way that is more helpful than harmful. Zen Master Sung San used to say, make mistake, no problem. Perceive mistake and make correct. So we all make mistakes. It's part of being human, and no one is immune from making a mistake. So when you realize that, then sometimes making correct means admitting to it and saying, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Now, many of us have a hard time admitting our mistakes and saying sorry because we believe that it is a sign of weakness. I think that actually the opposite is true. It takes more courage to own up to our mistakes and to say sorry. Now, I grew up in an environment, traditional Chinese father, where you were not often praised or encouraged when you did something well. Cultural thing, I think. Anyway, I was told, don't praise someone in case it spoils them or makes them too proud. I don't think I quite agree with that. I think don't hold back, don't wait. When you notice that someone has done something well, then don't hold back on the praise or encouragement. As the old saying goes, it's easier to attract bees with honey than with vinegar. So the best guide, I think, to correct speech is to pay attention in the moment, to be mindfully aware of the situation, and to have an attitude of loving kindness. That, I think, would be a very helpful guide to when you want to speak correctly.